entrepreneurs, hello founders, hello ladies who are thinking of building something sustainable. Today's guest, still someone we had previously on our previous show and session. That is Anita, the founder of Girls Worship Community, an amazing community that is empowering ladies not only to grow in faith, not only to grow to lead, but also to build themselves, to identify who they are, both in God, in their walk of faith, and also in life, so that they can approach life more authentically and with a lot of purpose. And I'm so delighted to welcome her back to our second show.
Thank you so much.
Yes, welcome back, Anita.
Thank you.
Yes, now you took your time to take us through everything and the structures that you've been having and some of the events that you've been able to plan as a community together. Right? But now I want now to talk about the community itself. You've told us about you told us about the process, the people you're working with, and it's really amazing, really inspirational. And I think anyone outside there who's been listening to you should also understand that they can take that trip of faith. That if at all they have an idea that they want to see come to fruition, all it takes is to take a step forward, be obedient to the vision, and of course remain committed.
Exactly.
I actually even tell the people that we work with, even in business, I tell them that it's one thing to have an idea, a strategy. It's one thing to have that great thing that you think is going to disrupt the industry you're in, but it's another thing for you to be intentional about it, execute it, and follow through with it consistently for a long time. Because steps taken over a long time, that is what brings consistent and sustainable results.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to tell us now about the community. If you were to describe this community as a person, right? You give us her personality as a person. What would the personality of this group be?
The personality.
Yes.
It's a community that helps girls, women, ladies, but most importantly girls, because they're also focusing on building the girls to get closer to Christ.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's a community that builds women, builds girls to be, to like walk in their God-given purpose and to be who God has called them to be,
Amazing.
and to actually know that we are a sisterhood and we hold each other's hands through each and every circumstances.
True, true.
Yes.
Amazing. You just mentioned a word that is so key to me, and it made me remember. I told you there was an event I was in on Saturday over the weekend.
Yes.
And one of the narratives and some of the how can I put this? Like one of the philosophy that is out there with a lot of people and a number of people is that they believe that actually girls don't have a culture of standing together.
Yeah.
That uh, theoretically you seem to be really glued together,
Yes.
but in practical, like men, we are more glued together. We stand for each other. We fight for each other more than ladies appear to do that. So how are you ensuring? Because now building a community is not just about bringing people together, gathering people. It also brings in the aspect of keeping them connected in this sisterhood that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Right. So how are you ensuring that that one keeps on growing and becoming tighter and tighter over time, so that even as you build the culture for this organization and community, even as new people who will be joining you guys later, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, they'll still meet the culture.
Okay. So we usually have, I didn't mention actually, we have, is it on Wednesdays as well, where if you have a business or if you're looking for a job or just something to also earn money, you see, because if you don't have actually the finances, you will not have peace.
True, true.
Yeah, so we usually just set aside that day as well, so that the girls can share what their God-given purpose. Like if you have a business, just share it with us. If you need to like get an idea from us, just let us know, ask us like, this is what I'm capable of doing. Well, how should I start it? How should I do it? Like I can say there's a girl when she joined the community, she had some struggles about her financial life, but when she was open about it in the group, people gave her a lot of ideas, and right now I can say she is actually successful and thriving in her business. And we also try and support her when we have the events, in that like she sells juice.
She sells
Juice,
juice.
fresh juice. Yeah, so we usually make sure that when we have those events, she's the one who is supplying us with the fresh juice.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, even aside from that, like I just see her thriving. She gave us a testimony of how she gets customers, and it's not even just like in small amounts, it's in big amounts.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, other than that, we also try and focus on the girls who are in high school,
Okay.
when they are, when you're done with school, it's so easy for you to actually sleep and fall into bad influences. That is why I named this community as Girls Worship. So we also want to like give them a platform where they are able to actually just ask for advice even from girl ladies like us, so that they don't end up in a mess like other some of us have. Yeah, just to walk with them in this walk of faith together and make sure they become the woman that God has purposed them to be. Yeah.
Amazing. That really sparks interest in me because for a moment I saw it as I was going through your community highlights. But I didn't see it that way. I didn't know that you guys are also supporting each other financially. You see, that is so critical for you to be able to build your faith in a certain way, get into a certain place. Of course, you need peace of mind.
Yeah.
You need to know that your bills are sorted. No
Yeah.
one is coming at your door to knock
Yeah.
at you, or maybe
Yeah.
someone is threatening you. I'm going to lock your door if you don't pay me by this day,
Yes.
which is really amazing and a great thing to do, right? Especially with the ladies, to empower them. Now, what are some of the activities that you also include apart from just giving them ideas? Do you guys have like activities that you use to empower these people? Maybe trainings on entrepreneurship, how to build a business, branding and stuff?
Yeah,
Do you do that?
we usually do that during the Bible studies when we invite the guest speakers. He or she can actually talk about the certain topic that the ladies are struggling with and how to manage their finances. Although we are still also looking into that so that we can go deeper into it, so that we are just not like focusing on one area
Sure.
and not building the other, so that we can actually be an all-round like community that actually helps the girls to grow and yeah, just be who you have been called to be with God. Yes.
Amazing. Now, if we were to look at this community, the next, right now you told me you are at 60.
Right now we are at 260.
Oh God, this is
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
You're almost running your own constituency around our WhatsApp community.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
really amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at around 261. That is
Yeah.
a huge number.
It is.
How do you ensure that you, as the founder, that your vision connects with them, and you ensure that they never lose the sight of the vision that you have as a founder, and that you also keep yourself connected to them? You see, as numbers grow, as the leaders, sometimes we find it really hard to connect with the new people who are coming into the
Yeah,
space.
that's true.
How do you ensure that never happens?
We just like at times you usually spare a week and just make sure like every admin has a number of people that they call and check in with them. Why are they not able to actually attend the Bible studies at times? Why did they join the Bible study? What are the challenges they face? What will they like for us to change? Like recently, we just launched our Girls Worship shirts, and I just addressed them to also just help us know like what did they like, what should we stick on, what are the changes. So we also give them a platform to actually also air out their issues and what we should maintain. Yeah, so that they also feel seen and heard.
Of
Yeah,
course, and
in the
also to feel like
community.
they're part of the
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So, and then you see, as this community is growing, now you just told me you are at 261. See, that's not a small number.
It's
There's this
not.
time, as a consultant, you see, sometimes you work with clients. And so I saw this name for consultants and people in the digital marketing space, which you also mentioned you're into.
Yeah.
So I saw a meme that was saying, me, a client texts me and says, that post you just did only had 500 views. And then there's this like photo of like 500 people.
Yeah, in a room.
Yes. And then it's written there, me sending the client to show her how much and
Yeah.
how many are 500
The
people, what it
people.
looks like for
Yeah.
500 people to be
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think what it looks like for 261 people
Yeah.
to be in a community, looking
All
up
at
to the
once.
vision, subscribing to that vision.
I know.
All right. So, and I understand that for this number, of course, it comes with a lot of challenges.
It comes.
And
Yeah.
maybe you can tell us some of the challenges that has come up with the entire growth. Like as the growth is happening, what are some of the challenges that came up, and then how have you been able to navigate them?
Oh, like recently, a good example is like we are trying to register it as a CBO. So some people wouldn't understand why we're trying to register the community and everything is just okay and running. Like, what's the need for you to register it as a CBO? But they don't understand, like, for you to, if you register your community, it will be easier for you to actually receive grants because you have an official document where at least someone can trust you, because I just can't go to any church and tell them this is what I'm doing and I don't have an official documentation and they've never seen me before. How are they supposed to trust me with all that money to do this? What if they, as a human being, it's normal to be very cautious with the money that you that you take out. So having that official documentation would really help us, and not everyone actually understood the vision, because when God gives you the vision, not everyone will actually be like support it, because there's some people who will be in doubt. There's some people who don't even understand. Yeah, but when the vision is yours, it's not like for everyone to understand it. Yeah, it's never for everyone to understand it. So to convince them has not been easy, but at least I was able to convince them finally, and we actually contributed some money towards the registration. And right now we are starting the process of registration, so that at least with time we'll be holding bigger events, so that at least the influence will also be there to other girls, not just girls in the community.
True.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that you can expand the entire impact
Yeah.
that you're trying to do with the
Yeah.
261
Yeah.
to 1,000 and 2,000 and
Yeah.
10,000.
Yeah.
And you see, actually, that's a good move, because for any organization, not only even for grants from churches, even well-wishers, investors, the
Yeah.
people who just invest in NGOs.
Yeah.
See, we are having that rise, especially Africa is attracting a lot of funding for
Yeah,
NGOs and
true.
CBOs. So if you have registered your company, it becomes easier for me to trust you, and as you said, and also it gives you a leverage. You can open up an account that actually reads the name of your organization.
Exactly, instead of my name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because right now, if someone maybe tried to pay you, unless you go through and get a till connected to your account, then maybe you say just let it be a subsidiary account, and then maybe make it read Girls Worship Community.
Yeah,
it's
true.
never an account by itself.
Yeah.
Until you've registered your company. So that is a really great milestone.
Yeah,
and,
thank you.
And it really sparks interest. You see, as you're speaking, I'm trying to think to myself, I can't wait to see you guys in like 10 years from
I know.
now.
Oh my goodness.
See the ladies that you will be having there.
I know.
Some of the great trailblazers that you would have emerged from the group.
Yeah.
And the leaders that you would have brought up. That brings me to the next thing. Take us through the vision for this group. Where do you see this group in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, this group will have created a source of employment for the girls as well. Know that, like, at least we will also need social media managers. Those will be able to at least post whatever we are doing. Like, aside from creating an employment for the ladies, I also see this group as being international, in that it will not just be in Kenya alone, but it will also expand to even, let's say, the USA, the UK. Yeah, so like, let's say if we have girls worship community in Kenya, we also have girls worship community in the States. Yeah, we'll just have spread out. Other than that, I also see this community as like, people will be traveling, just be able to actually explore, and like, people will have that nini. They'll have some wisdom on how to like manage their finances. They'll be able to meet these people who influence. Like, I've forgotten his name. He's usually so good with like advising people on how to manage their finances. He's from South Africa. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Yeah, with the time I also want to invite him. Yeah, he's
Musitembe Kwani.
yeah, that's his name.
Uh-huh.
I would also love to invite him one day to our
Okay.
conferences.
All right.
Yeah, it's a whole list. It's a whole list, but just as God guides. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the will of God that prevails.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, as you're thinking towards that, so you're thinking of having these events that are fully focused on finance, some focused on business, as you're also growing their faith, which is really critical because as we are building a believing society and community, we also need to talk about the real matters, the issues that really matter to these people in their day-to-day activities. Because these are issues that people are going through.
Yeah.
The young people are also going through a
Yeah.
lot. And trust you me, where we are at as a continent, as a nation, faith could be the least of the concerns of most young people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it could be the list of their concerns. Some are thinking, what do I eat next? Where do I
Yeah.
go next?
Yeah.
How do I ensure that I have a place to sleep? How do I ensure that I'm growing as a person? So seeing what you guys are trying to do and exactly how you're trying to push it towards really, really, really inspires me. Maybe now you can tell us, given that that's the vision you have towards growing the girl, maybe let us understand what is the philosophy behind all of this. How do you see the role of a woman in building a community that is sustainable and that of course brings a lot of change?
The role of a woman.
Yes.
First of all, I feel like as a woman, you should be very responsible, and you shouldn't be. If you're to compete, you should only compete with a version of you that you were before. Yeah, don't look at what other people are doing because it might distract you. Not even it might, it will distract you from what God has called you to do. So never compare as well as a woman. Learn to actually take up on like the role that you have been given with excellence. Yeah, and do it because you're doing it for God. Don't do it because you're doing it for human beings. Because if you're doing it for human beings, you'll eventually get tired. Because at times you'll put all your effort to something, but you will not even get a clap from it. But if you know who you're doing it for, you'll always have that motivation. Knowing, because if you're doing things for God, you just know, like, in as much as we shouldn't focus so much on the reward, there's always a reward by the end of it all. Because obedience is usually better than sacrifice.
Of course.
Yeah, so if you're doing it for God, he has promised, and he's a promise keeper. He does not lie. He's not a man that he should lie. He has said that those who seek him first, everything that shall be added unto them. You can never like bow down before God and beg for bread. So he will always provide for you, like for everything that he has given you, like to do. He will always sustain it. You don't have to worry about like how will that happen. You just like take a step. Yeah, it's all about taking a step. It's about like removing fear from your plans and surrounding yourself with the people who have the same vision as you, because if you surround yourself with the wrong people, you become what they are. Just as the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. Yeah, so you should also check your circle very much. Yeah.
Maybe as we prepare to go for a short break, I want you to talk to us about mentorship in women and what role you believe it's going to play. Given that that is the direction you want to take, you have told us this is the role of a woman, but you're feeling there is this gap that women need support, need a lot of mentorship and guidance so that they can get to the actualization of what you think a woman is capable of doing. So talk to us about the role of mentorship and what you can encourage other organizations to do towards the same when it comes to women.
Or when it comes to men, what I can encourage
Women.
other, what I can encourage women.
No.
What I can encourage other organizations to do when they focus on women.
Yes, in terms of mentorship and trying to nurture the woman that we have so that we can get a futuristic woman. Because what I'm looking right now, what you're trying to build is to bridge the gap between the woman who has been there to now a new breed, not actually a breed, but a new version that people can also embrace. That a woman can also be fierce. She can also be very aggressive. She can also start how things and work. So that is the discussion that I want you to lay. What is the role of mentorship from even other organizations in building that?
Okay, in as much as I'm trying to get what you're trying to say, But what I can say to other organizations when it comes to like women, when they focus on women, is that they should give women a listening ear.
All right.
Yeah, in that if I'm part of an organization where like we have both men and women, at least don't just focus on what role this guy can play. Also focus on, especially those quiet ladies. You know, there are some ladies who feel like they're not seen. So even if I'm in a space and I'm not, always make sure you poke me and ask me, Anita, what do you have a say in this? You'll find out that that lady has a brilliant idea. Yeah, and unless you actually like point it out, she will never actually speak about it. So it's just a matter of actually just making them seen and just giving them that space to be able to air out what they feel. Yeah.
Perfect. Dear viewers, I don't know what you're getting from this story. I hope you're getting inspired, and as a lady or as a young person, you're also getting pushed towards doing things that could scare you sometimes, things that could also scare you out of your comfort zone. Remember, building anything worth lasting, something worth building and seeing and investing in, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes sacrifice. We'll be back after the short break.
Kuna washroom. I'd like to
Welcome to Evergreen Timber. Naitwa Kogi. Na leo naelezea kuhusu gypsum. Gypsum we have all varieties. Kuna hada, kuna pia cornice, wood filler ndizo hizi ziko kwa wingi. Tutakuzia hata fixed price. We have wall panel. Karibuni yote.
I've faced a lot of doubts.
Looking for powerful, crystal clear sound for your next event? At Chai TV, we've got you covered nationwide. From weddings to church services, corporate events to outdoor concerts, birthdays to rallies, we deliver top-notch sound systems, microphones, mixers, speakers, DJ setups, lighting, and full audio support to make your event unforgettable. Based in Nairobi but serving the entire country, Chai TV is your trusted partner for quality, reliability, and clean sound that moves the crowd. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0799 220 217. Chai TV, let your sound be heard. Looking for powerful, crystal clear sound for your next event? At Chai TV, we've got you covered nationwide. From weddings to church services, corporate events to outdoor concerts, birthdays to rallies, we deliver top-notch sound systems, microphones, mixers, speakers, DJ setups, lighting, and full audio support to make your event unforgettable. Based in Nairobi but serving the entire country, Chai TV is your trusted partner for quality, reliability, and clean sound that moves the crowd. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0799 220 217. Chai TV, let your sound be heard.
Welcome back. Now, we are having this amazing conversation whereby we are talking about how you're building the community, the challenges, and the future that you have for this community. And you've told us about the challenges and stuff. Now, I want you to look to your camera, even as you speak to me. I want you to talk to a lady, a young lady who is just in high school. They know that deep within themselves, leave alone the one who has the idea. It's okay, you've already spoken to them that they can execute, they should execute and kill the fear in them. But I want you to talk to the lady who feels they have a calling, there is a conviction that there is something they were meant to do in this life, but they don't know what it is yet.
So I should speak to that girl.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so if you're that girl, you're just done with high school, you're not sure about what you would love to do. First of all, you will always get clarity when you get closer to God. There is a lot of confusion outside here. There's a lot of peer pressure, especially when you are just done with high school. You want to do what your other friends are doing because, yeah, it's the in thing. But remember, even like when you're in high school, like even me personally, when I was in high school, nobody knew that at some point content creation would be paying people like in big amounts. And you'll find there's only one person who focused on that content creation, and right now it's paying all their bills. It's making them travel internationally. So you just like, if you don't know what you want to do, focus on God. He will always direct you to where you are supposed to be. Whether it's business, just know your passion. Just look at what you enjoy doing. Do I love like serving the Lord? How can I serve the Lord in a way that it will be impactful for me and the community and people around me? How can I be of purpose? Because also God loves people who are confident in Him, and if you're not confident in God, then you can't even execute any plan, because people will always speak fear into your plans and you will believe them instead of believing on what God has called you to do. Yeah, so that is what I can actually tell a girl.
Thank you. That is some good advice. Yes, that is something they really need. You see, I usually tell myself, if I could get someone who could have spoken to the younger me at the age of 15, 14 there. Starting out, I remember in high school, I told a few friends that I wanted to get into business once I was done with high school. And I told them, I'm tired of doing science every now and then. I didn't feel like there was any connection to my purpose in the science. For one, I sounded like I was being irresponsible. Mind you, I was among the top performing students.
Okay.
Actually, initially, I wanted to be a doctor.
All right.
Yes. So this is me now saying I don't want anything to do with science. I want to get into business. I just want to focus there. And you see, people will always sow seeds of doubt.
Yeah,
Again
yeah,
and again and
yeah,
again and again and
yeah.
again. Especially when you're not so clear which field you're called to, things that you're called to do.
Yeah.
People will always be like, this one cannot happen. You're not the first person to think that way.
Exactly.
And some will tell you, how many people do you think they're out there?
Yeah,
and they're
doing
thinking of
that.
Exactly.
That's true.
Some people will even tell you, you think no one else has ever thought of doing what you're thinking
Yeah.
of doing. And then they will ask you questions like, what makes you so sure that you will
Yeah.
succeed?
Yeah.
You see, if you're not so careful, like you've said, like let them draw closer to the source, who is God, because they get to reconnect with the purpose.
And you
See,
get the motivation, yeah.
Exactly, because it's only the manufacturer who can give you a manual to any gadget that you have to
Yeah.
use. So clarity will definitely come from
Yeah,
reconnecting with
exactly.
God once more. And I feel as well, for me, that was also a very critical part. It also played a really big role in my life, because I remember that time I wasn't so sure what to do, where to go, who are the people that I wanted to work with. And everyone around me was having these ideas, and then I saw people who were below me, people we used to compete with. They're like, you see the thing with purpose, and when God calls it to a purpose,
Yeah.
is that it always sounds like someone whom you are at the same level, you
Yeah.
are doing better. It
Yeah.
always seems like they're doing better than you.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, for a while, it seems like they're succeeding
Yeah.
and you're lagging behind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that one can also fuel a lot of doubt
Yeah.
in whatever ideas you
Yeah,
have, what
yeah,
you
yeah.
think you want to do.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
entire process really becomes messy. And that is, I'm telling you, I've loved what you've told them, because it starts with clarity, acceptance, and submitting, knowing that there is something in me that I need to do for a society,
Yeah.
for a community.
Yeah.
And for it to be very impactful,
Yeah.
I have first of all to accept it myself.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't start with the community buying from you.
True.
It starts with you. Can you buy in the vision? Can you buy into the ideas that you have, so that people, you see, when I'm talking to you, I can see you talking with a lot of fire, conviction, agility. That tells me you really believe in the vision in the first place.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe in the vision, then no one else is going to believe
No
in the
one
vision.
else, yeah.
And that is the biggest part that I see, like most of us young people are doing. you're trying to build something and you want us first to buy into your idea before you buy into it. So you're buying into your own idea depends on us buying into it.
Yeah.
So the moment we say, this is not a good idea, immediately you drift away from buying the idea. So thank you so much, Anita. I'm really enjoying the session. I'm really enjoying what you're doing. You guys are doing an amazing work.
Thank you.
Really, really, really amazing work.
Thank
now,
you very
now
much.
we go to the fun part. Now, I don't want you now to involve a lot of philosophy. I don't want you to involve a lot of theories and stuff.
Okay.
I want you now to be you. Now, 30 years from now, if anyone wants to mention the name Anita or maybe girls worship community, the both of you, what do you want to come to the mind of people?
What do I want to come to the mind of
Yes.
the people?
When we mention you, for example, right now we mention fries and chicken, KFC, we mention chicken in and stuff.
A Christian organization that helps you with sisterhood and become the woman that you have been purposed to be by God.
Amazing.
Yes.
A girl for a girl.
Yes.
All right, amazing. Now, tell us, now let's get to know about you. But before you start telling us about you, because there are a few things, simple questions that we have at the end of the show for our guests, so that we can also get to connect with them as the guest, as the person, leave alone the founder, the CEO, the visionary, the But before we go there, maybe you can tell us what are some of the upcoming activities and engagements you have as girls worship community?
Some of the activities, charity event where we get to visit the orphans, or just those schools where they are not able to actually sustain themselves well, so that you can at least support them, like even like with whatever we can distribute, whether it's food, clothes, have a moment with them, tell them about the goodness of the Lord, to motivate them that their story right now doesn't define their future, just to motivate them that as long as God is there, they're going to make it, and their current life doesn't define how their future is going to be. And then another activity is we have a pajama party where the girls will be fasting in December when we are approaching January, just as a way of gratitude, just to thank God about how the year has been, about his faithfulness to the community and the things that he has done. Then the next day we will be cooking as girls as we connect, because we've never gathered to cook. So at least we want to see the skills of the girls there, and as we connect. So we will be fasting that, like, it will be on 30th or 31st. Then on 1st we cook and eat, or we can as well just cook, then we'll eat the next day, throughout the night. Then next year we have a lot of activities, but we will always make sure that we have at least one charity event in a year. Next year we are also planning to have a high tea event. A high tea event. The list is so long.
Amazing, amazing. So anyone who would want to connect to the group, how can they reach the group? Maybe you can give us the social media handles for the group, or a contact they can call to join the group.
Okay, so we are across all social media platforms. Just search for Girls Worship Community on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and also on WhatsApp. We're also there, but we have a link on Instagram where it will take you directly to the community, and you'll be able to join.
Amazing.
Yes.
Right. Now, as we conclude, now it's about you. Tell us about your morning routine.
My morning routine.
Yes.
When I wake up, I spare an hour and talk to God. And after I talk to him, there's just a different kind of motivation that I get. Then once I'm done talking to him in the morning, actually, I used to I used to perform, like when I was like in the process of getting saved, I felt like I used to perform in prayers. Like, you see the way people say you have to first thank God and all that, but I've gotten to a point where I'm so deep in this relationship with God. Like, I just talk to him, but with respect. Yes, with respect. I just tell him, God, thank you for waking me up and all this. I had this dream. Like, does it mean that this person is still doing this and that? kindly give me clarity. Even as I step out, may you go before me and all that. So I talk to God. Then I just read my Bible. After that, I work out. Yeah, just like for mobility, to stretch my body, I work out. After working out, so I'll just freshen up. In the process of freshening up, I'll be listening to music, gospel music, just to like, yeah, to enlighten my day, just to give my day some, yeah, I don't know what for lack of a better
Some
term,
vibe.
yeah, some vibe.
Uh-huh.
Yes, then after that, I usually have, since I'm a freelancer, yeah, so I usually like have a timetable. Like, let's say the way I've said, I have 1 hour for prayer when I wake up. I have 1 hour to read my Bible when I wake up. I have 1 hour to work out or stretch when I wake up. Like, I have to move my body. If I don't move my body in the morning, I'll have to move it in the evening. Because I also like, in the process when I didn't get saved, I never used to take care of my body. I used to just eat anything. And you know, I mean, you're a lady. I don't even understand how I used to live like that. Yeah.
How did you live
How
like
did
that?
I even used to be so careless like that? So I just realized that my body is a temple of the Holy Spirit of the Lord, and I actually have to just take care of myself because, yeah. Other than that, I said I have a timetable where I actually just have like from this time to this time, I'm supposed to maybe even apply for a job or apply for something that I'm actually like looking forward to do. Then I also have like times where like I just give myself a break of 30 minutes. And maybe so during that break is when I can maybe just go through my contacts and see who I'm supposed to respond to, the duties that I'm supposed to do. And then I always also set aside the time that I'm supposed to go through, like, what have I done for the community today that I haven't done? Yeah, so I can't sleep without doing that. Then as the day ends, if I worked out in the morning, I want to work out in the evening. But yeah, maybe I'll just skip the rope, like 1,000 skips. Yeah.
You calling that just?
Yeah.
1,000 skips.
Just, yeah.
Alright.
Just 1,000 skips because I really want to be flexible. Okay, I can say right now I am. I am where I want to be because the vision is so beautiful as well. Even where I am, I'm just so proud of myself.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. I give God all the glory. Yes, then before I sleep, I freshen up. I journal how my day was. What have I done? What made me happy? What didn't I do well? What should I change on? Then read my Bible, pray, and sleep.
Right, what a day. A packed day.
Yeah.
What did we used to say in school? And I don't mind the devil's
Workshop. That's so true.
You mentioned there is no workshop for the devil.
Yeah, that's so true. That's
Right.
so true.
Next to our second question is, if you were to say this has been the worship song for my season, I've been like feeling this has been the song that I can play again and again and again. It's been really speaking to me so deeply. Which worship song would that be?
Which worship song would that be? Nitasema ameniongeza baraka. Naiona tofauti ya leo na jana. Like there's a big difference between my life now and how my
Is it agape?
I don't know kama ni agape. Ananiongezea baraka.
All right.
Naiona tofauti ya leo na jana. Yes.
Right.
Yes, there's a big difference.
All right. Amazing.
Yeah.
If you were to recommend one book that every woman should read.
Every woman.
Yes. Then you feel like anyone who wants like to build, I feel like this is a book for them.
For me, like, okay, personally, especially for the ladies who maybe are struggling even with relationships. As a woman, you will always struggle with relationships. Yeah, because we have a delicate heart. For me, there's this book I really enjoyed, The Meaning of Marriage. It will not only shape you on how like you're supposed to look at marriage or relationships, even in life overall. Like you'll just look at life in a different angle because that he's called Timothy Keller. every word he says, he will actually refer it to a Bible verse. And there's this Bible verse that actually really helped me. He said that when you as a person, you are enough just the way you are. You don't have to perform. The right person you'll always be like just the way you are. You're just okay. You don't have to attain a master's in order to be accepted. Yeah, you're just right where you're supposed to be. And then there's also this part that has really helped me and how I even relate with people, that the one that I was telling you about, love. Everything that you desire comes from God. Putting all that, your expectations on one person, even your parents, it's just like straining them. And love is a choice. Yeah. At times, your partner or even your sibling or even your mom can cross your path. But does that mean that now you're going to hate them? No, you shouldn't hate them just now because they crossed your path or did something. You shouldn't, in short, you shouldn't idolize them. All these things that you want, they always come from God. Once you have your love from God, everything is just in order.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, quick one as well. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Music or movies?
Music.
Gucci, Chanel.
Chanel.
Necklaces or watches?
Necklaces.
All right. Guys, that was our show for the youth and women. And today was Women and Influence. We had an amazing guest, Anita. Thank you so much.
Thank you
much.
too.
That has been a really eye-opener for me, and also I believe for other people out there. You see, every day we get to learn a new thing, and I believe anyone out there has really learned a lot from you, and also gotten inspired by what you're doing. So before I conclude the show, I want you to look at that camera. Now, I only want you to say just one statement to the ladies, and we call it a show.
One statement to the ladies. Jesus loves you just the way you are, and you are enough. You are loved, and you are seen. Yes.
Thank you. Until next time, this was the Youth and Women Corner. Cheers.
Cheers.